Welcome to today's Speaker John's podcast. Today's podcast is number 8. We are going to talk about why you wake up tired every day. It feels like the burnout cycle that keeps you stuck. Today we are going to go over some questions, some answers, and also with scientific research, like a definition, and also the most important thing is Bible story. How can we align Bible's principle into our real life? So let's start with a quick question. When people say they are burnt out, what do you think that means? Do you think that means they are tired, or there is a deeper kind of the exhaustion? That is a very important question for every one of us today. Sometimes we feel tired when we wake up in the morning, but in the reality, that is another story, which means we do not have something we can focus on our day-to-day routine. If we lose the goal, of course we are going to lose the direction. We have no idea what should we do today. We get up, we work, we eat, we go out play, and we go home, sleep. Those are the very standard routine we have. But what do you think getting tired that mean? Is there any deeper meaning behind it? Is there a feeling like a time to time? It's come in this month, but next month is gone? Or you just feel emptiness inside? Even we are a Christian, we believe in Jesus, but there's something still missing. We lost our direction, we lost our goal, or we don't even have the dream. What should we do in life? That definitely is deeper meaning of getting tired. Let's start one by one. Tired is the emotion status, and this tiredness happens to every single one of us. I cannot say 100% because some people, they just energetic every single day. They don't feel tired because they have something they have to put all their energy in there. But we're talking about like standard people like you and me. When we get up, we feel tired. We don't want to go to work. What's the meaning behind it? Why do we have this kind of feeling? Those feelings sometimes got triggered with our mindset, our mentality. I don't want to see my boss today. I don't want to see my coworker today. I don't want to see this customer today. I don't want to make this call today. So we feel like emotional tired because we are so frustrated. We don't know what to do. We have no idea. What should we talk when we pick up the phone? Those are one of the frustration. But here's come with the questions. Why do you think people keep pushing even when their body is clearly telling them to stop? This reminds me of a person, Steve Jobs, with Elon Musk, with President Donald Trump. Why they are able to push so hardly every single day? They work 12, 14 hours a day. They just eat and sleep and they get up and keep working. Why? Even their body is telling them to stop, but they still want to keep pushing forward. What's the meaning behind that? Why do they have this kind of energy, mentality that's telling to push forward? Today we're going to find out the solution. We're going to find out the principle. We're going to find out the way you can do like them so you don't really feel tired. You have something in your heart that you can work on every single day. Like me, 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, staying here and talking to the camera. I want to share this principle with you. Okay, so let's get into the science part. It's very interesting. because science have a lot of the relationship with our day-to-day life. Also, the principle behind the science has been approved was a principle from the Bible as well. In a science, we're going to explain how to keep it's more conversational, so you can have better understanding between the science and the real life. Okay, the next part we are going to discuss in the science is the emotional repetition loop. The loop is look like this. You repeat straight, then your emotional baseline shift downward, then your body adapt the pressure as a normal status. So this is the routine when you emotion repetition in a loop. In second part, in a different part of the science, which is the neuroplasticity, the repetition is look a little differently, but it's repeat in the exhaustion. Then your brain strains fatigue in the pathway. It creates a new pathway for you to expecting the tiredness and become automatic repeat itself, just like a dopamine, just like your brain energy has been focusing on the tiredness, the frustration, then your brain will put your energy to work on those areas. That is how neuroplasticity is explained. How about the nerve system overall? In the science also mentioned about the nervous systems. This constant pressure will chronically sympathize the activation. The body is stuck in the fight or flight mode, which only give you two options. Then your nerve systems is telling you the true recovery is to lead to the depression cycle. There is no way out. It just push your nerve system, which your reaction into the cycle. This is feel like ineffective way when you try to deal with the trouble. Your nerve system is reacting the way you used to work. That means there is no way for you to change unconsciously. It's like a program installed in your brain, right? Your brain, your emotion, and your nerve system. It's like a programming already in there telling you stress, pressure is no more. Then you're getting your body tired. That is normal as well. Okay, let's continue. There's one part of the most interesting part I want to bring up, which is the law of attraction. Most of people have heard about The Secret, this book, right? It's mentioned about law of attraction. What is being law of attraction? Put in a simple term is like attract like. You feel happy today, then you will see the happy thing today. You're going to attract a lot of happy things along the day. If you feel tired today, you're going to get frustrating and you're going to attract that thing to make you even worse. That is the principle of law of attraction. In reflection of the science part, we have the repetition loop, we have the brain energy loop, and we have the nerve system's behavior loop. Those are the same thing we are talking about. Enough of science, we already know there's a lot of the trouble under the pattern, under repetition, according to us how science explains it. The result after today's video, we're going to learn how not to attract the burnout, how not to let your brain to spray so much energy on the tired side, on the frustration side, how not to let your reaction to reflect when the tiredness comes. You have the different reaction toward to it. Let's start with another question. Why does a burnout feel like it will keep coming back even after rest? That is a very important question to you. Because we just mentioned in the science part, it's a repetition. It creates a system. Then you keep coming back. But what's the reason behind it? We're going to find out from the Bible story. The Bible story we are going to talk about today is from 1 Kings chapter 19, Elijah. Here is a summary about this story. Elijah becomes afraid when Queen Jezebel threatens his life, and he runs into the wilderness just because Elijah defeats the false prophet from the Queen Jezebel. The exhaustion and overwhelm increase after this big fight. He has been fighting for hundreds of false prophets. Then he finally feels tired because this is like a whole day event. He was there watching the false prophets try to prove their God is real. But Elijah didn't spend much time. He just prayed and fire come and he win the battle. But Queen Jezebel doesn't like it. So she threatened his life. By the end of today, tomorrow, I want to see Elijah die. So Elijah, he just have to begin to run, to flee away, until he sits under a tree and asks God to take his life. It feels like he failed and is completely alone. But God's response is not with corrections, but by allowing him to rest and providing the food to regain the strength once again. Later, of course, Elijah encountered with God not in dramatic displays like wind, like earthquake, or like fire, but with a gentle whisper, just a sound. God restored his perceptions and revealed he is not alone, and God sent him back with renewed purpose and direction. That's a summary about the story. We are going to analyze with 3 principles here. Before collapse, emotion crash, and under the tree. So before collapse, Elijah has experienced a huge victory. What happened right after? Elijah become exhausted. Elijah's emotion becomes very energetic. Elijah's win the battle. He can't believe it. He win the battle. His emotion is energetic, like you drink a lot of the Red Bull, right? Then you feel so hype. But after hype, what happened? You know, right? You feel, I want to go sleep, I want to take a break, I want to go away from the work. That's what happened to Elijah. First angle we are going to see here is the emotions roller coaster. He went hype and went down to the exhaustion. But what did Elijah choose to do when he feel tired? He want to escape. He want to keep escaping. He want to end his life, to escape this life, escape this cycle, right? That is totally okay in some direction, but I'm not support that direction, because escape is not going to keep you in the right direction forever. Because if you keep escaping, according to the law of attraction, you're going to attract more situation back to you, similar situation back to you. Then you're going to feel tired. You're going to keep hype and tired, hype and tired. Then you just want to escape all the time. That is not the emotional state we want in our day-to-day life, right? How can we deal with this emotion? The solution from God is easy. When Elijah felt tired, he gave him food, he led him to the place to take a break, to regain energy. That is what happened. When Elijah felt tired, then God provided a solution. Next time, when you physically feel tired, take a good break, eat well, sleep well, and take a very good rest. That is a physical action we should take next time. But how about the mentally? When we mentally feel tired, what should we do? Well, you know, a lot of people, they share the story through their meditation, through their pause, through their quiet moment, through their pray moment. There's a lot of the different ways it can restore your mental weakness, your mental tiredness. Simply pause. Don't think anything. Breathe slowly. Inhale, exhale. Every time you inhale for a second, exhale for a second. Just keep doing that. That is the easy way to restore mentally, to keep your mentally energy calm. Or you can simply pause and pray to God, I'm here. Have the break in you. You bring your burden to God. God will give you peace, right? According to the Bible's promise. You ask God to involve your life. God will make everything arranged for you. That is how the promise from the Bible works. So the same principle here. Elijah feel tired. He take a break. That is a physical break. We can adopt this principle very easily. There's so much choice food. There's so much option we can do to take a break physically. Mentally, they have a lot of way too. We can meditate. We can stay calm. We can take a break. We can take a breathe. We can calm our mind. We can pray to God. We can wait for His voice. All kind of things mentally break. So next time, emotionally part, tired, we should take a break physically, mentally. Second part, emotional crash. It will bring the fears, isolation, and exhaustion. Same thing to Elijah. He had those challenges when he feel tired. But the solution from God is take a good break, take a good rest. That is not an end. Because after the restoration, he feel lonely. He feel frustrated. He feel feared. Those are the different emotions. But what God told Elijah is, I have a lot of servants ready to serve you, to help you to keep pushing forward for the new direction, the new goal. That is the word from God. As a Christian, we have this Holy Bible in our hand. Here we have a lot of the Holy Bible verse that we can declare. God already promised us the peace if we go to Him. God already promised us the strength if we have God involved in our life. God have a lot of solution for us, will guide us through Holy Spirit. If we ask, open our mouth, knock the door, God will open the door. Those are the promise the Bible we can use to declare, to proclaim, to grab the promise. Emotion crash is not easy to overcome. When we restore our mentally, physically, emotional state, but our fear, frustration, isolation in this emotional part still stuck. Even we declare, even we proclaim God's promise in the Bible. Sometimes work, sometimes not work. I personally experience a lot. But what happens if it's not work? What can you do? You cannot just simply run away from fear, right? You cannot just simply run away from isolation, right? Because you're coming back to you. Same lesson, same emotion, same energy, same frequency. Law of attraction, we just learn the repetition. But how can we change our emotional state, our energy, from the fear, isolation, and exhaustion to the promise from God? Interesting question, right? Let me share one of the story I have. That is about when the time my car got stolen. You can't believe it, don't you? People still steal the car in the parking lot. In the parking space that's filled with another car, they just pick your car and steal it. It's not a very high-brain car. It's just like a Hyundai Sonata, a very generic car. Everybody driving. But why they pick my car and steal it? The story went like this. I went to the part-time work in the retail store Target. When I get off from work, after 10:30, I cannot find my card. My first reaction is, God, you gotta be kidding me. You're making me another joke of the day. Ha ha ha. I just laughed. That is how I deal with fear, frustration. Cause car stolen is not the point. The point is God wants you to learn something from it. God wants me to learn from this stolen. It's because God has the new plan, new arrangement for me, which is help me to change another car for preparing what's going to be changed in my job. That is a miracle. But under the moment, if I was so afraid, so frustrated, and keep asking, why? I cannot accept the reality. I still complaining. What will happen? God will say, oh, you did not pass the test. I try to teach you something. You did not pass. Then next time, it's going to be coming back again. Another car got stolen. Another bad break happening. Your wallet lost. Your money lost. Your investment lost. That is a cycle. But when I learn the lesson, I give the gratitude. I give the thanks for the fears, the frustration. I give the gratitude to the stolen car situation under the moment. An interesting part happened after that. All the thing happened before 6 months ago. The settlement I received from another accident, click to the stolen car, insurance company give me another settlement. for me to change the car. Bad brake happened, another bad brake, because of God's plan behind it. I did not complain, I just give the gratitude. Let my emotion, my energy, my feeling got connected to what God want me to learn from it, through it. Just like 3 Hebrew teenagers, they went through the fire furnace. They did not got burned. They did not got any harm. They walk out from the furnace. Because God will not take away the test, this problem from you. But God will bring you through the problem, through the frustration. That is how God works in the real life for me. After my emotional state got rebuilt, got changed, I learned a lesson, I give the gratitude. No more complaining, but full of gratitude and love. Now, I pick up the Bible verse, I declare the Bible's promise. Then everything click. That's how you overcome the emotional fear, emotional frustration and isolation. You cannot run, but you have to face it and ask God, what is the lesson here I should learn? Once you learn it, you pass the test, then next, God will give you a new lesson to learn. Alright, back to Elijah's story. Part 3, the angle 3. Under the tree, Elijah desired to give up. Elijah desired to lose the purpose. Elijah decided to give up and stop pursuing the purpose. So he lost the direction. So the question here is, how did God pull Elijah back to the purpose? God gave food to Elijah. God told Elijah to take a break. God gave his word to tell Elijah, I have the servant ready for you, to serve you, to push you forward, to make your purpose continue. Third part, angle, the last angle is very, 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 very important. Because even God gave Elijah everything. If Elijah just lie under the tree and doesn't want to move, what will happen? We will never talk about Elijah again, right? But what did Elijah does is very simple. He pick up the food, he eat, and he listen to God and take a break. Elijah take actions. Let me ask you these questions. Have you ever felt when God speaks to you and you don't know is this from God or from you, that's hesitate you to take the action? Just like Elijah, God gave food, give direction, give instruction to Elijah. Back in the time, God always using the big noise, big environment to shake the person, tell him God is speaking to you. But Elijah, God did not tell him with those kind of the big movement. He just talked to him with whisper sound. In today's world, we call inspiration, we call intuition, we call the small voice in our mind. What's going on here? Why we can't hear God? Why we can't take action when we receive the inspiration? Why can't we just get up and do the work? Well, laziness, tiredness, physical frustration, emotional frustration, fears. We already take care of those issues. But today, we still frustrated to take the action. Even we have the solution for the first two parts. Because our doubt, our second thought, our concern, our thinking, our mindset, always telling us, no, this is not from God. This is from you. This is something you make you up yourself. That's why even you are ready to receive God's answer, you still hesitate. No. God don't want me to do this. God don't want me to take this. God don't want me to take the action. Because this is not from God. This is from me. But let me show you a very simple way to tell how to identify, how to recognize this is the will from God. Let's recall the action from Jesus. When people asking Jesus to heal the sickness, to resurrect the family, to stop the storm, to present the miracle, to perform the miracle, did God say no? Did Jesus say no? Of course not. Jesus always say yes, yes, yes. Because Jesus come to the earth is to serve people like a regular human. It's like to serve every single one of us. It's not serve for him to become the king. It's not serve himself to become the savior. But Jesus come to the earth. He serve people. Do you hear the hint? When you pray, God, I feel tired. I know there's a lesson here. I'm willing to take the lesson. Excuse me. And I took the lesson. I learned it. I move forward. But what is the path? What is the solution you want me to do? When you receive the answer, your second thought will be, this is from you, or just make it up. But according to Jesus' role model, excuse me, we notice Jesus served two people. If we receive this solution, this answer, God telling us, for example, I pray for God. Why my car got stolen? What is the meaning behind it? What is the reason for me to go through this? The inspiration of my heart, the first thought is, I want you to learn this for your mental status. Don't feel frustrated. Don't feel fear, because everything is prepared for what's going to happen next. What happens next is going to benefit for myself, for my family, and for the people around me. Which means the change of the job application, the change of the product I'm going to sell is going to be benefit because I changed the car, because I took the lesson, because I took the challenge. So when the answer I receive, I just take the action to do whatever needed for me, to report police, to claim insurance company, to file the record, and research for the new card. All the process take actions. That is how you went through step to step to step till God provide you the solution and you reach your destiny. Okay. Now, my challenge to you today. We just learned from the Elijah story. We just learned from my story. How we got challenged when we are tired every single morning. One of the reasons is we don't take a good break, physically, mentally. And one of the reasons is we don't really accept our reality. We just try to escape. And also, we don't take the action when God's solution comes, when God answers your request. We don't really take the action. Here is a challenge for you to ask every day, every time, if you have a similar situation. If someone feels burned out right now, where should they look first? How do they know if it is a physical tiredness or emotional misalignment? What is one small shift, one small action that can start the restoring energy? Next time when you feel frustration, when you feel tired, ask those questions. Then you will begin to recognize, okay, I need to take a break, I need to eat well, I need to rest, or I need to stay calm, I need to pause, I need to take my mental break. Then you come to accept what's going on, declare God's promise, and ask for the solution, and take the action. That is how Elijah does. That is how I did. But today is your turn. Let me give you the affirmation you can use. Because the first two parts, we already deal with it. We know how to deal with it with some solution people already use. We just adapt the way that fits your situation. The second part is we accept the reality, but we need some Bible, we need some affirmation, we need some promise to declare. Then here is some declaration I prepared for you to declare. If you don't have pen and paper, take out your phone, open up your notepad, just write it down. Okay? Those can help you to declare the promise, the affirmation to shift your mindset, your energy toward God. Here is the declaration. First one, I release the pressure. I receive God's peace. Number two, I am restored, refreshed, and strengthened. Third one, I am not burned out. I am being renewed. Fourth one, I choose peace over pressure and strength over stress. Last one, the Holy Spirit is refueling me right now. Those are the 5 affirmations I prepared for you. Hopefully they will help you to gaining the connection deeper with God's promise. Here is a very important action you can do it right now. I want you to type, I am restoring my energy, at a comment below. This is your small action you can declare when you type the comment. That will begin to shift your mindset, your energy back to the right direction. No more focusing on the problem, the frustration, tiredness, but focusing on the uplifting, the promise, declaration, solution. Make sure you type your comment at the link at the comment below. I am restoring my energy. Alright, what is biblical alignment? In my channel, I've been mentioning a lot about this biblical alignment principle. We saw this principle in Elijah. We saw this principle in my story. I wrote an ebook If you want to learn more detail about it, I have the link below. Just click link. There is an ebook you can download for free. There is an audio book. You can support my ministry by using the link to get the audio book. Everything is for you to fulfill the destiny God has prepared for you. Once you have the deeper connection with God's promise through the declaration, through the alignment, God will show you the path step by step till you hit the destiny, the highest potential that God prepared for your life. That is how I use this biblical alignment in my day-to-day life to reach what God wants me to do, is to share this message through the channel in the early morning every single day. That is how powerful the alignment is through the Bible. If today's podcast resonates with your belief, I want you to do one thing for me. To share, click like, and click subscribe button below to support this channel. And I wish this message can answer with the prayer that you pray about. My name is PK John. That's pretty much about today's podcast. I want you to encourage. You weren't created to carry burnout, but you are created to live restored, lead, and full of life. I will see you in the next podcast. Let's go.